My message really is simple. If there's a million people telling you you have to say yes, you are very capable of saying no. They've U-turned on mandated digital ID. So it's not coming in, we win. Not the case in any sense. There are multiple ways that they are bringing this through the back door. So I'll give you a few. For example, if you're a company director in England now, or Britain, you are required to sign up to something called One Login. Now, that all sounds nice on the face of it, but quite simply, that is a centralized login portal for you to be able to run a limited company. You won't be able to be self-employed unless you sign up to One Login. The Children Wellbeings and Schools Bill is another thing that they're pushing through. This is essentially where they say that if you want to homeschool your children, they will have to have a digital ID. And what they're doing is they're automatically transferring NHS numbers into lifelong IDs for children. Get them young, right? And then that way they grow into it. And what is homeschooling? Oh, well, it's you escaping from state indoctrination, if you ask me, and having the autonomy and freedom to bring up your children the way you see fit. We've got intelligence services. You know, things that we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. 77th Brigade is another example. Literally an investigation unit that used to track our tweets, our posts during the lockdown days. If they had a digital ID, if they had access to every inch of information in our life, God knows what kind of power that's going to deliver to the state. You know, they've got files on us, databases. And as I reiterate, you know, lessons from COVID, vaccine passports, we've seen it already. That's what I mentioned last time I was here. It was the blueprint for exactly what we're seeing now. I always make the point, there's not enough rooms in the prison. If they were to bring it in, if everyone was to not comply, then they would have to lock us all up. And I can tell you they're not going to be wanting to do that. The solution is raising awareness on the ground, talking to as many people as possible. I do my absolute best to network with young people. I debate young people on digital ID and censorship and free speech. When it comes down to it, we can talk about it's coming. Well, in England, it has come, and we're seeing it be implemented, as I say, through the back door. My message really is simple. If there's a million people telling you you have to say yes, you are very capable of saying no. In my experience, I was very young when the lockdowns hit. I refused to wear a mask. I refused to take a test. I refused to take the so-called vaccines. I refused to social distance, go along with any of the mandates. And through that, I was massively isolated. I didn't subscribe to anything that they've put forward, which I know is fundamentally Orwellian and wrong, because ultimately 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. And we need to drive that message and let young people know that they are capable. They do know something's wrong. Let's provide them the answer as to what that problem actually is, rather than what the education system is proposing. And maybe, just maybe, you can rely on young people to drive the foundation of the Western world to be something that's free, prosperous, and away from this Orwellian enslavement. So thank you very much, and it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.